Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to take you through a little guided mindfulness. We're going to do a little mindfulness meditation at the end, but I want us to get out of our thinking brain and into our body brain. And when we walk around all day, we're thinking, we're walking. There's a lot of times you probably notice, how did I get here? Or, oh wow, what did I get by this place? And you kind of forget, right? You're really into your head and you're out of your physical body. And that happens a lot. There's nothing to be shameful about that or feel bad about that. It's just normal in our day-to-day life these days. So having a few minutes every day to find that mindfulness, to build that body-brain connection can be really beneficial to you. In being able to do that, you're bridging that gap between, like I said, that thinking brain and being your thinking brain and your body brain. So bridging that connection to allow yourself to be more present. Because a lot of times in our thinking brain, we're thinking either about what happened in the past or what's going to happen in the future. It's very rare that we're fully present in the present moment with ourselves for longer than maybe a few seconds. So this might be challenging at the beginning. We're going to get into our body first, and then hopefully that will help us as we get into the mindfulness meditation. So as you start to build up this practice, this really allows you to anchor yourself in that present moment. It builds the awareness in your body, but not only in your body, but also of where your mind goes when your body is still. A lot of times we feel like we're bored, and so our mind wanders off. So if you can acknowledge that and say, no, I don't want to think about that right now. I want to be here with my body in this present moment. That can help you build that self-knowledge, that self-awareness. It's going to help you feel more grounded, so less flighty, less thoughts bouncing around. It'll help you be more directed in what you're thinking about, and those things that you can actually control versus things that are out of your control. So we're going to start by standing, and you're just going to stand up, round down into your feet, right? Come into that physical body, and then let your hands be by your side and just close your eyes. And just for the next 30 seconds, notice all of your surroundings. So allow yourself to notice any noises in the room, any sensations of air, anything that might be a distraction. Just notice everything, and I'm going to be quiet here for the next 20 seconds. And take a full inhale here and let it go. And if your mind wandered away off on some noise or some sensation that was happening around you, just acknowledge that. There's nothing wrong with it. Just notice where your brain went and then bring it back. So we're going to do that again for another 30 seconds, but this time I want you to notice all the sensations that are happening in the body. So we are standing, so you're going to definitely notice your feet, but then notice how your breathing is, notice how your posture is. No need to judge it, no need to criticize it, no need to change it. Just observe. So you're an observer right now for the next 30 seconds, observing the sensations in the body. Take a big inhale here and let it go. Good, and if you can, transition to seated without opening your eyes. If you have to open your eyes, go ahead and let that happen. Sit up more closer to the front of the chair so that your feet are on the floor and your hands are on your thighs. And just settle in here. Just notice the sensation of sitting. And from here, we're going to start to tap in more into our physical body. So from here, start to make little bounces with your feet so that your heels come up off the ground. Your hands are still on your thighs. And then maybe those bounces get a little bit bigger with the heels. Maybe you're up on the balls of your feet. Maybe the balls of your feet start to come up off the floor. Legs are moving, bouncing up and down. Notice that sensation that occurs in the hands. And then start to drop the hands by your side and give them a little shake. So you're shaking, you're bouncing, maybe your shoulders start bouncing with your legs. Maybe your head starts bouncing a little bit. So you're just kind of bouncing in your chair. Noticing those sensations, continue on. Notice my voice is a little different, so notice your breath. Has your breath changed a little bit? Completely normal. You're applying a little bit more force on that diaphragm, so the breath is gonna change. Good, a few more seconds here. And then can you start shaking your body? Shake your head, shake your arms, shake your legs in and out. Can you shift in your chair? Shaking, shaking, shaking. And as you inhale, sweep the arms straight up. Reach, reach, reach. And then as you exhale, bring those hands back down to your thighs. Palms face down or face up, whatever's comfortable. And then pause there. Settle in. Notice those sensations that have been occurring in the body. Notice the feet, the legs, especially the calf muscles. Any sensations in the knees. Any sensations in the upper leg, maybe where your hand is contacting the thigh, or where you're sitting in your chair. Noticing the sensations in the shoulders and neck. Again, the sensations in the hands touching the thighs. Noticing the sensations along the back, along the spine. And then start to tune into your breath. Notice the sensations of your belly, either extending and drawing back, or is it your chest that's rising and falling? Or maybe it's both. Just notice that slight breath on the inhales and the exhales without trying to change it. See if you can stay right here in this present moment with your body. Try not to plan what's coming next. Try not to dwell on what just happened. Just stay here with those sensations in the body. As those different thoughts come up and your mind attaches itself to them as it will, acknowledge it, catch it, seeing, thinking. It's going to build that strength of bringing yourself back to focusing in the present moment. So finding that stability of your breath, finding the strength to be able to pull your mind back to your body and your breath. And then sitting here for a little bit more time. Maybe the time between distracting thoughts that come up into the mind grows a little bit longer. Just bring your awareness to your breath, to the sensations in the body as the breath is coming in and out of the body. Either keeping your eyes closed or slightly opening them and looking out about 3 or 4 feet out in front of you, just gazing down at the ground. If you find that too distracting to look around, let the eyes close. Just allowing yourself to settle in here to stillness, into the present moment, building that awareness of your body, where your thoughts go, building the strength to bring the mind back to the present moment, and trying to allow contentment to settle into the brain of just being here in the present moment for any little moment you can, and then return it again for a few moments here in silence. Taking a full inhale here and sigh it out. Let those eyes blink open. And just notice how you're feeling. Notice the sensations in the body. If you feel a little bit of heaviness or tiredness, that's relaxation. It's being in the present moment. Returning to this practice time and time again, and then as you build and as you get better at this, maybe you don't need the video anymore and you can sit for a longer amount of time, and just sitting until you find that those distractions are happening too much and you need to move around and you need to let yourself get up. Another way is I like to put a timer down, and I put the timer behind me so I don't have to look at it, and I set it for a length of time. I start with 5 minutes and then you work your way up. Next week maybe 6, then 7, and then you just work your way up to the amount of time that you'd like to sit and just be in that present moment without the distractions of the future or the past. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for taking time for yourself today. Hopefully you found this beneficial for yourself and you return again. Drink lots of water, eat your veggies, and wear some sunblock. Namaste.